Heart Eyes is coming out the week before Valentine's Day. So there you go. You can take your date to go see this movie. It's a perfect date movie for Valentine's Day. This stars Mason Gooding and Olivia Holt. When the Heart Eyes killer strikes Seattle, a pair of coworkers pulling overtime on Valentine's Day are mistaken for a couple by the elusive couple hunting killer. Now they must spend the most romantic night of the year on the run, running for their lives. This plays out like every other slasher film for the past 5 years or something, because this really doesn't offer that much in the way of substance. It just feels so much like it's the same thing. It's a been there, done that type of slasher film. But with Hard Eyes, I had fun with it for what it was. There's some meta humor in here. Christopher Landon is one of the co-writers on this movie, so you know that you're getting some really funny humor, but at the same time, something that might be a commentary on the world's biggest holidays of the year.
Look, the way I see it, Valentine's Day is like finding out how babies are born.
You know, at least with Christopher Landon, you're going to get something of quality, even if it's not great. So at least there's that, you know? I did find the first 20 to 25 minutes, maybe even half hour, dragging a little bit because it attempts to develop these characters played by Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding, whose names I don't remember. It's kind of a bad thing if you don't remember the characters' names in the movie. But I guess it's a really like a take it or leave it thing, because it is nice to have some character development as to why Olivia Holt's character isn't really too keen on this Valentine's Day thing and why she isn't looking for some romance for the time being. And Mason Gooding just happens to be this dude that just pops up and he's like muscular and buff, and she's like, but she's trying to resist her urge. It does a lot of the lovey-dovey stuff like that, and maybe to the movie's benefit, maybe to the movie's detriment, because in that time span, while it's trying to develop out those ideas, which I think it does fairly well, even though there's a bit too much of the lovey-dovey stuff at the end of the movie. I get it. It's a Valentine's Day movie. It has to be in there. At the same time, though, in that time block, you're just kind of sitting there being like, all right, is anything going to happen? Where is the Hard Eyes killer? Or HEK, as the movie calls him. I'm going to call him Heck. If you say the acronym out, that's what it is, Heck. So it's like, all right, is Heck coming back now? Where is he? Can Heck kill somebody, please? Just do it, please. Like, we're already a half hour into this thing. Oh, finally, there he is. And then it happens. It's got some really good set pieces in here as well. Once Hex starts slicing and dicing and slashing his way to fame on Valentine's Day, the set pieces are really good. I gotta give the movie credit because it plays out like there's only gonna be maybe one or two locations in this entire movie, but it actually has multiple set pieces with some creative kills. I was really surprised with some of the kills in this movie. The opening kills, I was just like, oh man, that's a good one. I hope that's not the best one, and it's not. There's definitely better ones throughout the movie. And look, this is actually a really cool killer. I get it. It's another slasher killer with a mask, and he just happens to have hearts as eyes in the mask. But a lot of these slasher movie villains, they're only associated with one weapon. Michael Myers has the butcher's knife. Jason Voorhees has the machete. Ghostface has a regular knife. Freddy Krueger has the claws. This guy is just like, nope, I'm going to use everything at my disposal. I'm just going to have an arsenal of weapons. You want to die by crossbow? I got that. You want to die by machete? I got that. You want to die by some other random object I can find that is conveniently placed right here so I can just stab you in the middle of the mouth? Yeah, I'll do that too. The Heck Killer is actually pretty equipped in this movie, and I'm really happy that he was, because I was just like, okay, what stupid weapon are we gonna have in this movie? Is this gonna be like Hellfest, where it's just a butter knife or something? And as the movie went on, I was like, oh, he's got crossbows. Oh, he's got more than just a crossbow. This guy means business on the world's biggest love fest of the year.
Welcome to the Love Fest.
It did bring off that like Thanksgiving vibe. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by this movie feeling like it's really just kind of the same thing. I mean, Scream was just so popular, and now it feels like everything's just trying to emulate Scream a little bit, where it's like, yeah, you can kind of blend all these things together, and you could mix and match which kills are in which slasher movie. I get that slasher movies kind of follow the same formula. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this isn't part of a larger franchise, at least not yet. So if you have your own spin on something, do that. The meta humor works. It's actually a pretty funny date movie that I will say. It does have predictable killers though. Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding have some really good chemistry in here. Mason Gooding has more energy and charisma in this movie than I saw in Scream. I don't know what happened in Scream 5 and Scream 6, man. Was your heart just not there? Is that how Radio Silence directed you? I have no idea. I haven't seen him this like amped up and giddy in a movie ever. The two of them have great chemistry, and you can actually see that, hey, maybe she actually will fall for this guy. There's actually something tangible here. So some good meta humor, some good humor in general, some really great kills was set up with some really great set pieces that are just against the backdrop of something that does feel like it is trying to say a little bit too much about the lovey-dovey stuff and does feel pretty much the same as every slasher movie and has the predictable killers that you know are going to be the killers at the end. Heart Eyes is a fun time, and I enjoyed it with just over half a bucket of popcorn. Listen, this could have turned out to be an absolute dud, and I feared that going in because the trailers didn't really do anything for me, but I was happy that I ended up enjoying this, and I'm happy that I got to see this early and I can get an early review up for you guys. So if you guys have seen Heart Eyes, let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. I will leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I will see you at the movies somewhere.